What's going on YouTube? Wild Lion Games here. We finally have the gameplay deep dive for College Football 26, and honestly it's more of an executive summary, but that's another conversation. Ryan Moody, my guy, you made a video about the gameplay deep dive for College Football 26, and I gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed. I think you were a little too soft on EA. You held back. I expected more from you. You brought up some great points, but I'll do my best not to repeat them. Let's go ahead and get into the specific problems that I'm seeing here. My concern is that, they're adding a lot of these new updates and new plays, new formations, and this is all great, but it doesn't seem like they're fixing the real issues with the game, and that's issues with blocking, unrealistic catches, and cheese plays. At 3:36, you can see the left tackle not even make a block attempt on the pass rush. This stunt didn't confuse him that bad, so don't give me that. This isn't a stunt issue where the defensive line confused him. I mean, he's right there. He shadows the defender, doesn't even make an attempt, lets him come through. And according to your Campus Huddle blog, EA, you said you have smarter blocking mechanics, improved targeting systems that allow for the O-line to make better decisions about who to block, amongst a whole bunch of other blocking improvement paragraphs. Then how come from your trailer I can also pull a second example at the 50-second mark where we watch the screen pass and the Texas linemen running into each other and not blocking, not even, coming out to try and take the defensive back. Plus, that same defender who ignores the opportunity to make an open field tackle on the ball carrier and instead turns and pivots and locks on to a block animation with the offensive lineman. Where's the logic improved here? All these people are saying that, oh, read the Campus Huddle. There's all these improvements. Look at what they're changing. I mean, I just pulled out two examples that haven't been improved in their trailer alone. If they're willing to put that in the trailer, I can't imagine what else is in the actual game. And then how about this one at 3:23? It's hard to see, but watch number 15 for Auburn. When the zoom box goes away, he breaks away from his block. He's running down the line of scrimmage to make a tackle in the backfield. Look at his feet. He slows up. His body posture changes from an athletic stance to upright, which allows the ball carrier to go through. I mean, everything looks good up until this point. Then you have this running back with zero momentum breaking through a gang tackle. I mean, Ashton Jeanty himself isn't getting out of this one. What ability is this? And, can we get more of it? Because this is insane. College Football 25 had the luxury of being the first licensed college football game in over a decade, and many people were willing to buy the game no matter what. The gameplay was solid despite its, it had flaws, but it was solid. There was issues of defense and blocking and wear and tear. Road to Glory felt bland, but all in all, I think everybody can agree that it was a good starting place for this game. And don't get me wrong, I like some of the new additions that we're seeing in College Football 25, but I can already tell that I'm not entirely sure if this is a $70 upgrade. I'm looking forward to things like, revamped team intros and dynamic lighting. We have Enter Sandman joining into the soundtrack, but let's be honest, adding new plays and formations, that's patch note stuff. That's the type of content you see in a major patch update 4 months into release, not glorified as a new feature. The Stadium Pulse camera will shake more. It's cool, don't get me wrong, I'm excited, but that's a patch note. Ryan Moody touched on this briefly in his video and how EA is trying to compartmentalize different areas of the game to make it realistic because it's not a good game at its core, and he is absolutely right. The game at its core is just not good and it needs to be rebuilt. What they're doing is just putting band-aids over a battle wound, hoping if they just put enough of them on there, it'll just hold everything together, but things leak through. Blocking logic goes out the window. DBs make weird movements. We're seeing it in the trailer. And that's because the game's engine needs to be replaced with something else, or if it's not an engine problem, then that means the developers need to do something and make some other replacements somewhere else. I don't care that I shouldn't say I don't care. I do care that you add new animations to make players look like they're moving better, but I want the game to feel better when I'm playing it. I saw this tweet by Scott O'Gallagher about how college football is taking a lot of things from Madden and they're going to make it closer to Madden. I don't like that. We like College Football 25 because it was different than Madden. We like NCAA 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 because it felt different than Madden. I don't like reading that the dev team is working on tying the two games closer together and being more like the pro game. I was excited for this game, I really was. And you know what, I somewhat still am, but this gameplay trailer took my excitement level down a notch. Maybe the Dynasty and Road to Glory info will be good, but as of right now, this gameplay trailer actually made me less excited for the release than I was leading up to it. It will most likely be better than College Football 25 in some ways, but you know, when you're talking about, you know, a price point of $70, this footage just doesn't show me a $70 upgrade yet. You know, we got the deep dive coming on Tuesday, the presentation coming Monday. I'm hoping we get some better information from that and hopefully some good Road to Glory improvements. Otherwise, I could see this game being a wait for sale for a large percentage of the fan base. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people already, a lot of friends, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know, I've seen some of the footage. I'll probably wait till it goes on sale for like 30-40 bucks. And that's an issue. When you're making a game and there's still a ton of features missing and you still have gameplay logic issues and like real issues. Like the abilities are cool, making players move more realistic is cool. But when you have these problems where linemen aren't getting beat because of abilities, they're not getting beat because of attribute differences, they're getting beat because something in the programming is going wrong. And that's really what a lot of the fan base wants fixed. They don't want the outcome of their games, of a play, to be determined by poor programming. And we're still constantly getting that. And I hate to see it carry over to this year and then make these notes in their campus huddle about blocking improvement mechanics and logic and all this stuff. But then, I can just pull out several examples about how that's just not true. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be around for College Football 25 updates leading up to the release. Plus, I'll drop a review of the game. And until next time, peace.